You ever see a photograph of someplace on Earth and just think, no way, that can't be real. That looks like it's from another planet. Well, it turns out our world is hiding some truly alien landscapes right under our noses. Today, we're going to take a tour of these unbelievable spots and then dive deep into one so extreme it's actually helping us search for life on Mars.
Remember those insane floating mountains from the movie Avatar? You'd be forgiven for thinking they were pure fantasy, but the inspiration is 100% real. It's the Zhangjiajie National Park in China. You've got over 3,000 of these sandstone pillars just soaring towards the sky, and when the clouds roll in, they create this mind-bending illusion of mountains literally floating in the air.
Or, okay, how about a place where the sky and the earth become one? That's the Sala de Uyuni salt flat in Bolivia. During the rainy season, a thin sheet of water covers this massive area and turns it into the world's largest mirror. I mean, the horizon just completely vanishes. It's impossible to tell where the ground stops and the sky begins. It's just incredible.
And then there's this. These vivid yellows, greens, and oranges are literally bubbling up from the ground in the Danakil Depression in Ethiopia. Honestly, with its toxic gases and acidic pools, it looks way more like a landscape from some distant hostile planet than anything you'd expect to find here on Earth. But here's the thing. All of these places are right here on our home planet. This isn't CGI, it's not some artist's imagination. These are real, actual landscapes that just go to show you the unbelievable diversity and raw power of Earth's geology.
So look, there's a big difference here. It's one thing for a place to look alien, like the incredible peaks of Zhangjiajie, but it is something else entirely for a place to actually be alien in its fundamental chemistry, to push the absolute limits of where life as we know it can even exist. And that's exactly where we're headed next.
All right, let's zero in on the Danakil Depression. This place isn't just weird to look at. It is one of the most geochemically hostile environments on the entire surface of our planet. It is a true alien world right here on Earth. I mean, just look at these numbers. They tell you everything you need to know. Danakil is one of the lowest and hottest places on the planet, sitting more than 100 meters below sea level. But that pH level, that's the real shocker. Approaching 0. We're talking hyperacidic. That's basically battery acid.
And it's not just one thing that makes Danakil so brutal. It's this perfect storm, a truly toxic cocktail. You've got water that's incredibly salty, boiling hot temperatures, those battery acid pools, and an atmosphere that's thick with poisonous gases like chlorine and sulfur. And this whole nightmare is created by water getting superheated by a magma pocket that's just below the surface.
So you have to wonder, what kind of planetary engine could possibly create a place like this? Well, the answer lies deep inside the Earth's crust. It's a force that not only carves out these alien landscapes, but also holds massive potential for our own energy future.
We are talking about geothermal energy. At its heart, it's pretty simple. It's the heat that's generated and stored inside our own planet. This heat comes from two places. You've got the leftover heat from when Earth first formed billions of years ago, and the constant heat being produced by the radioactive decay of minerals deep in the crust.
In a place like Danakil, the process is on full display. Water seeps down to cracks in the ground, gets flash heated by magma, and then just erupts back to the surface as this superheated, mineral-packed, acidic brine. This is the very engine that sculpts those incredible, colorful, and deadly pools we saw earlier.
And just to give you a sense of the scale here, our planet is constantly radiating about 44 terawatts of heat from its core. That is more than double the entire energy consumption of all of human civilization. It is a staggering amount of power just waiting right beneath our feet. Okay, so we've got this insane environment, powered by this immense geothermal energy. But this is where the story gets really cool. This brutal landscape on Earth is actually a critical training ground for one of humanity's greatest adventures, the search for life on other planets.
Which of course begs the question, why on Earth would scientists travel all the way to this remote and dangerous spot? I mean, what could they possibly be looking for in a place that seems so hell-bent on destroying life?
The answer is a concept called a planetary field analog. Just think of it like a stand-in, a stunt double for another world. These are places on Earth that are so similar to environments on planets like Mars that they serve as the perfect dress rehearsal for space missions. It's where we go to practice before the main event.
And it turns out Danakil is one of the best Mars analogs we have. You see, scientists believe ancient Mars had active volcanoes and hydrothermal systems, just like Danakil.
The types of salt and acidic sulfate deposits found there are incredibly similar to what our rovers have detected on the Red Planet. This makes it the perfect place to test out instruments for future missions and to study extremophiles. These are tough little life forms that thrive in conditions we'd consider deadly. And these microbes might just give us clues about how life could survive on Mars.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. As astrobiologist Felipe Gomez says, this exotic landscape provides vital clues about Martian habitability. By studying the absolute limits of life here on Earth, we learn what signs to look for way out there.
So when you put it all together, the journey is pretty incredible. We've gone from just visual wonder to some really hard science, all without ever leaving our planet. It turns out the journey to other worlds really does begin by looking more closely at our own.
Here's the crucial takeaway. The search for alien life isn't just about pointing bigger and bigger telescopes at the sky. It's about getting our hands dirty, getting our boots muddy in the most extreme, inhospitable corners of Earth so we can understand the very nature of life itself.
And, that same incredible energy that creates these alien worlds isn't just for scientific curiosity. We're already using it to provide clean power and heat for communities right here on Earth. But what is absolutely mind-boggling is that right now we are using less than 1% of the Earth's accessible geothermal potential. It's a massive, clean, and totally reliable energy source that's just waiting to be tapped.
So from the surreal, mirror-like beauty of Uyuni to the acidic, Mars-like terrain of Danakil, these places are so much more than just geological oddities. They are a direct connection to our planet's fiery past and a scientific roadmap to humanity's cosmic future.
So, I'll leave you with this thought. If a planet we think we know so well can hide worlds this alien, just imagine what other secrets are still out there waiting for us, both here on Earth and out there among the stars.